Watch any of your favourite saxophonists closely on YouTube and you'll notice they all do one thing that you probably don't. They frequently rock their first finger back onto this key here above the B key. All you pros know that's the magic front F key, but loads of sax players never use it. And after the first lesson, when your teacher probably said, miss that key out, you might not have given it a second thought. Until now, my friend, I'm going to show you exactly what it does. And even if you already know what it does, I'm going to show you why you should use it more. But first, let's go back in time, dreamy whole tone music. Because it's worth noting that the saxophone Adolphe Sax, patented in 1846, was a very different beast to what we play today. Low B to high E flat standard range, no articulated G sharp, no forked F sharp, no 1-on-1 flute style B flat fingering, no automatic single octave key, and crucially, no front F. Just a relatively basic instrument that only Sax himself was manufacturing. With its double octave key mechanism and lack of other modern features, I'd be surprised if anyone except him could even play the damn thing, to be honest. By 1881, Sax had even come up with a 4-octave key system for the left thumb. Imagine how gnarly that was. When his original 1846 patent expired in 1866, other makers piled in and the improvements started coming thick and fast. New keys, better pads, and much smarter mechanisms. That's when we got palm keys up to high F, articulated G sharp, flute style 1-on-1 B flat, and the automatic single octave key. Basically, not far off what you own today. But the front F, that didn't arrive until 1896, when a Parisian instrument maker called Paul Yvette patented it. So Yvette and Schaefer bought the Buffet Crampon firm in 1885, and the first ever front F key appeared on Yvette and Schaefer's altos and tenors around 1896 or 1897. Before that, and even up to this day, getting up to high F meant opening all 3 left-hand palm keys, pressing the octave key and adding the side key with your right hand, which was and still is gnarly AF. That's why I'm here to show you the light, guys, and show you all about the front F. So first things first, how do you play a high F with the front F key? It's quite easy. You just finger a normal octave A and you move your first finger up. Now, your saxophone might not have a pearl for your front F like my Mark VI. It might be like a, like a sort of spatula thing. So that's all you do. You move your first finger up. Now, when you press the front F key, the A key also goes down. So you don't have to move any fingers around. You don't have to press the A key with any other fingers. You literally just move that finger up and you can kind of rock it up. You don't generally speaking play the front F key with the tip of your finger, all right? You kind of rock your finger up like that. Now, when you do that, that's how you get a high F. So here's normal F with the palm keys. And here's front F. I really like the sound of front F, and it gives you a really, really solid tone. But some people call it the gateway to the Altissimo. We're going to come to that in a minute. But it is kind of unofficially an Altissimo note. And if you don't have the right voicing, that note might not come out. It might come out like the dreaded donkey. You might get the pregnant donkey instead of the front F. So you have to stay relaxed and you have to use voicing to get that note out, which is why it's a great thing to learn, actually. So that's how you do it. Now, this is a 2-for-1 key because all you got to do now is put your G key down and you get a high E as well. Now, this is identical for alto and tenor, and the way it gives you a different sound is, I think it's a kind of thicker sound. Now, what a lot of people will do in the sort of jazzy realm, you put down all the fingers of your right hand as well, and then you get a really thick, chunky sound. Look. It kind of barks. Whop, whop. And you know what? You can even rifle your fingers to get that cool sound. So if you're doing a D blues scale, You know, it gives you a really nice barky sound that you don't get with the palm keys. So that's how you play the front F. What is it useful for? Well, originally in the sort of classical world, it's very useful when you do an F major arpeggio because you're playing your C like this, and then you just hit the front F to go from C to F at the top. Much easier than using the normal palm keys. What else is it good for? An F major 7 arpeggio when you use the front E with it. Absolutely great for that. But the thing that most people will use the front F for, and the kind of the raison d'etre of your front F as a sort of improvising saxophonist, is this thing about the F key being a gateway, the front F key being a gateway to the Altissimo. Now, what do we mean by that? What we mean is it's great for playing high F sharp instead of all these palm keys, and if you've got it, a high F sharp key. I mean, what a nightmare to get to, and it's also a really thin, crappy sound when you do that. So, if you play your front F and you're on tenor, you're going to add side B flat and your first finger in your right hand. That will give you an F sharp. Here's F. And I'm going to add my F finger, my first finger of my right hand, and side B flat, if I can get my bloody words out. Now, if you're an alto, you don't need your first finger as well. It's just the side B flat. Now, on tenor, all you have to do to get a G is you take your first finger off there, you keep the side B flat, and you take your A finger off. So now you've got the front F key on its own with side B flat. There's your G. That's how almost every tenor player plays a front G. Now, the weird thing is, it's actually quite a crap. It's actually quite a crap Altissimo G compared to some other options, but that's another story. You can't really do it as well on alto, if at all on alto. It doesn't really work. So when you're doing your Altissimo G on alto, you do like 1-3, 1-3. That's a different story. What this lets you do with the front F key is it gives you a lot of agility going from E to F sharp to G. All right, you can quickly go from that chromatic portion of the scale. That's why people call it the gateway to the Altissimo, and you can sort of start, one way of learning Altissimo is to start with the front E, front F, add the high F sharp, then lift up your finger and see if you can get that G. It's a little bit recalcitrant. That's a good word for you. Because if you don't voice that G or that F sharp, you're going to donkey out. There's one other interesting thing that you can do with your front F key, and that is if you don't use the octave key and you play it down the octave, almost like a deliberate donkey, if you like. So no key except the front F key. Now that gives you a middle E flat, okay? It's a bit of a weird sound, but it does give you a middle E flat if you just use the front F key on its own, no octave key. Full disclosure, I've actually never done that. But I learned that from Sir Valor Sax. And if you want to know a lot more about the front F key, I think Adrian's got a different name for the key. He calls it something weird. What is it? The shadow key? I can't remember what he calls it. But he knows all about the front F key. Any Hoozles McGintoss, that is what I've got for you today. If you want to be, all right, I'm going to be controversial here. If you want to be a proper saxophonist, get used to using the front F key, because one of the differentiators between somebody who's kind of like a keen hobby player, enthusiastic hobbyist, and a pro is you'll see pros on that front F key all the time. You don't have to use it all the time, but I'm just saying that's one of the big differences between pros and non-pros. So if you want to feel and look and sound more pro, start getting used to the front F key. If you like what I'm teaching you, go and check out the old Saxophone Success Masterclass. The link is right there. Please subscribe to the channel as I inch my way towards 100,000 subscribers. And if you want a lot more content and daily access to me, please do join the Inner Circle membership. It's freaking awesome, guys. The link to join is there, and you get a free 7-day trial. What's not to like? Okie dokes. Until next week, make sure you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. You've been watching Get Your Sax Together. See you later. Missed that. Why you should use it more. Got that wrong. Let's try it again. Let's try it again.